Hello, movie friends. Welcome back to the show. This is Anthony.
And this is James. And today we're going to talk about movie news. This is episode 20 of movie news. There is a ton of awesome topics to go over and discuss. First off, let's talk about box office. So No Time to Die, we all know, was released last weekend. $55 million opening weekend domestically, and it made $330 million so far global. So amazing news. Theaters are back. If we see a movie making $330 million in a week, I think it's true.
And then Venom still made $31 million in its second weekend, which is really fantastic. That's your second weekend. That's huge. So it seems as though things are like just about back to normal.
Yeah, and it's made 193 total worldwide. Halloween Kills came out on Thursday. It had their preview, and it made $4.9 million. So that's expecting to have a very good weekend, probably in the $30-40 million range.
So with Dune coming out next, it seems like this might be the best October in movie history.
Oh, absolutely. It already was going to be.
Because these movies, they were supposed to be released summertime last year, but obviously they changed it. October never usually has a stacked release of movies like this, like big budget, huge box office earners in October. It's a rarity, so I think this is a very unique situation for October.
Yeah, especially because we also have The French Dispatch coming out, The Last Duel is coming out. There's so many great releases. We did that episode about October releases coming up, so there's tons to go see. And also, Saturday was DC Fandom, and obviously the Batman trailer came out, and they teased it throughout the week. We got the voice of Pattinson on Thursday. They teased that, and we got some new posters before that, and so we'll do a reaction of the trailer coming out this week on Wednesday.
Yeah, we love the trailer. It's absolutely amazing. We love the new look and feel and tone for this film. So check out the Batman review. It's going to come out Wednesday.
And so just the description of it. It seems like it's going to be awesome. 3-hour detective noir. The Riddler's going to be like this, like Jigsaw, like serial killer character. And I can't wait. I love everything about it so far.
I'm very excited for the narration throughout.
It's going to be epic.
Yeah.
And then we have some Wonka news. I'm sure everyone saw Timmy Chalamet all over social media as young Willy Wonka in the prequel. And the first image that was released was something he shared of a behind-the-scenes set photo of him next to a camera in wardrobe. But then a bunch of people are taking videos of him filming it, and there's a great little clip of him singing on top of like this moving car. It seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't want to see any footage. I'd rather just keep it in the dark for now.
I glanced at it real quick, but
of course you did.
Now I want to go in the dark because now I kind of I don't want to spoil too much of what a trailer is going to be. But I'm sure we're going to get a trailer by the end of the year.
Wonka Origins. And then there's a new trailer for Scream, which is like the fifth one, but they're also like it's kind of like a reboot as well with the main cast. Trailer looks pretty good. I think that they might have teased a little too much of the opening scene. It looks like the entire opening kill scene is in that trailer. And I'm very curious to see what the story is. The sequels, their stories were never very good, so I'm not sure about this film. We'll wait for another trailer and then maybe check out reviews when they come out.
I think it looks pretty lukewarm, everybody. It seems like it's some food that's been sitting on the counter for a couple hours, and it's just like, it's kind of meh.
They should have named it Yawn.
Yelp instead. Yelp. All right, Mandalorian Season 3 began filming, so get ready to see Pedro Pascal coming back soon, and I'm curious what it's going to be like without Grogu because he is the heart of that show. I think, and just one of my favorite parts. I'm sure it'll still be cool, but they're going to have to introduce some new stuff.
They need another comedic element if he's not in it.
Something.
He was the comedy of that show.
So funny.
Most of the funniest parts are just reactions to Grogu.
And he's so cute and endearing, and it's like, oh, it's Grogu.
He's going to get a cat this time.
He's got to get right. He needs a new pet or a new.
Grogu's not a pet.
You're right.
What is wrong with you? Don't you have any respect for extraterrestrials?
Not a pet. He was a young son to it. I'm sorry. Wrong word.
And there's a new trailer for...
Alien Peter's coming after me.
New trailer for The Black Phone, which is a really cool-looking horror film from Scott Derrickson, who made Doctor Strange, and also, what are the horror movies he did? With the Bagul?
Oh, Sinister.
Sinister. And Ethan Hawke stars in this film as well. They worked together on Sinister, the first one. And this movie looks cool. Ethan Hawke looks like a deranged serial killer who abducts a child. And somehow the room that the child's in, he can communicate with the past victims of Ethan Hawke's serial killer. So it looks like a really cool blend of serial killer with supernatural.
And his design for the serial killer is fascinating. I've never seen Ethan Hawke in a role like this, which is why I'm so excited about it, because I think he's a tremendously talented guy, and he does a lot of great movies that a lot of people don't see.
He did a great serial killer in Taking Lives, though.
Yeah, so that's true.
He seems less crazy in this.
He's more of like
this movie.
He's more of like a con man in that movie, really, but also a killer at the same time. You don't really see that till the end of the film, but to see the entire movie of him being a deranged serial killer with like this weird mask and wardrobe, and he's like a fake magician, it's pretty crazy looking.
Yeah, he looks excellent.
What else we have? Something about Tom Holland here?
Yeah, so he said that No Way Home is going to be the final film in their trilogy franchise.
Because they're going to do another trilogy.
Yeah, exactly. And he said that if you ever see these characters again, it's going to be a different version. So obviously he's going to come back, but it'll be from a different multiverse probably, and it'll still be Tom Holland's Peter Parker, but maybe he like has longer hair.
There's no way he's not going to be Spider-Man for another 10 years.
He's too loved by young people.
Plus Marvel's plans going into the future. I guarantee he'll be part of like the new Avengers crew. He's going to be one of the main elements. And there's no way that Tom Holland doesn't not be Spider-Man for I'm telling at least like he's going to be Tony Stark. That's like where he's going to be at. He's going to be that integral to the story.
He should hunt down the other Peter Parkers and try to kill them all.
That's pretty dark out of nowhere. Jesus, why?
It's like the one.
What's his motivation?
Jet Li.
Okay, that's pretty evil motivation. He's just not going to help to save the world. He just wants to be...
No one would see it coming.
All right, let's move on. Some more MCU news. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 just cast Adam Warlock, the character from the franchise, as with Will Poulter, the very talented actor who we've talked about a few times on the show, especially recently with The Revenant, who's awesome. It's a great choice. I'm pretty excited to see this character, and apparently Adam Warlock is a genetically engineered perfect being. I think it's ambiguous whether he's a hero or not in this film. I believe he's mostly a hero in the comic books, but he uses his superhuman strength and cosmic powers to protect the universe from the darkest forces, including the one within himself. So maybe it seems like he's going to be an anti-hero, or maybe kind of have become a villain not by choice in the film.
Yeah, again, with Guardians of the Galaxy and the deep tracks of Marvel, I have no idea who these characters are. And every time there's an announcement, I'm always like, who is this person?
Adam Warlock. Oh, yeah, Adam Warlock. Oh, I've been a huge fan for decades.
Yeah, so I had no idea who Guardians of the Galaxy was before they announced that movie. So, again, I have no exposure to this character, but I think Will Poulter is a really great actor, so it'll be cool to see him in a Marvel movie for sure.
And Guardians are some of the best Marvel movies, so sign me the hell up.
They have 2 rides at Disney World, so they're so beloved.
1 and 2 are great.
And then there's a Tomb Raider 2 update. So Alicia Vikander has shared that they are in pre-production and development of a sequel. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better than the first one because, again, it was an origin story and she wasn't like Lara Croft until like the final shot of the movie.
Lara Origins.
Yeah, because like it's like the last 5 seconds. Then she's got the 2 pistols and the braid, and it's like, we needed that the whole movie.
Movie studio execs, if you're listening, stop doing origin stories. Just give us the character fully formed and give us a cool story.
Exactly.
Just write this down. If you're a studio exec, if you're in charge of giving budgets, Lara Croft should have just been Lara Croft when they opened the movie.
Yeah, because when she pulls out the pistols and it's like, and she's super charming, you're like, that's Lara Croft.
Why do you think it worked with Tomb Raider?
Yeah, and Batman Begins. It's an origin story, but he's Batman within 30 minutes. It's like, come on, let's go.
And it's Batman though. It's different.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Chris Nolan.
Yeah, but he is Batman 30 minutes into the movie.
But let's go. Come on, just give me Lara Croft like the whole movie.
Yeah,
the whole movie.
So I have high hopes for this. I think they could do a really good job. There's so much potential with the character.
Bike messengers are cool and all, but like, I don't want to see Lara Croft.
The fuzzy tail on her bike is, I mean, come on, this is not Lara Croft.
What the hell are we doing? Give her a fortune and go after tombs and stuff. That's what she does.
Just open with the Tomb Raid.
It's called Tomb Raider. It's not called Bike Messenger. Listen to studio execs. If the movie's called Tomb Raider, have her raid tombs.
That's it. That's all.
Could have been so cool. Yeah. Moving on to The Son is a new film coming out, and so Anthony Hopkins just joined the cast, which is going to be a follow-up to The Father, which we've talked about a little bit on the show. This is the film that Anthony Hopkins won his Best Actor Oscar for in the lead performance last year, and Anthony's mentioned a few times how it's his favorite movie from last year. It's one of my top 5 for sure. Absolutely incredible film. If you haven't seen it yet, you gotta watch it, and you'll understand. Oh, Anthony Hopkins had to have won this award because it's almost as good as his performance in Silence of the Lambs, maybe better. It's hard to decide.
And then there's another news report there's a Helen Keller biopic in pre-production called Helen and the Teacher. And A Quiet Place star Millicent Simmons will actually be playing Helen Keller. And this is the first time an actual deaf person will be playing the character on film. They've always just cast actors without disabilities. And so she's an excellent actor. She does a great job in those two films, as well as the other film she was the lead in, where she played the younger version of a character. And she's going to be co-starring with Rachel Brosnahan, who will play the translator, Anne Sullivan, who helped Keller communicate with other people.
I'm pretty excited about this. This sounds incredible. I like Millicent a lot. She was fantastic in both the Quiet Place films, and obviously we're huge fans of that film Coda that I think is being released soon.
It's already out.
Is it already out?
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen it, if you have Apple TV, Coda was the best film at Sundance that we saw. So that's a story dealing with a deaf family, and so there's a ton of great stories being told about people born with disabilities like this. So it's pretty incredible that now Millicent Simmons, who was born with the disability of not being able to hear, is playing a character, the most famous person with those kinds of disabilities in Helen Keller.
Yes.
So it's pretty incredible.
This definitely looks like it could be a big Oscar contender if it's well directed.
I think so too.
And Rachel Brosnahan's a very talented actress.
Yeah,
so.
she's phenomenal.
Yeah,
she's so good in Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah. And there's a new trailer for Bruised, which stars Halle Berry. And this is her directorial debut, which she's co-starring. I think she helped write the screenplay as well. And she plays a former MMA fighter who's getting back into the ring. And she also learns that she has a daughter. So it's a really good trailer. It's a great sports movie trailer. Very inspirational seeming. And it also looks like it definitely took a lot of inspiration from Creed. You know, a person with a rough background, a rough life, who's trying to succeed. And the family elements are great. So I think that this has a lot of potential. It looks really good.
Like, it seems like Southpaw too.
Yeah.
Like you used to be on top and now you've fallen, but you're trying to get back.
Definitely.
I'd love to see it. Halle Berry is an MMA fighter. Sign me up. She's so badass. And like watching her in John Wick, she still got it. She still got the action and everything.
Oh yeah, totally. She's excellent.
She's incredible. The Harder They Fall premiered in Los Angeles this week. So if you're into Westerns, which we definitely are, we'll be checking this out for sure. It seems like an awesome ride. And yeah, check that out. The trailer. I think that if you haven't seen the trailer, it looks like a lot of fun.
And Amazon Prime has renewed Jack Ryan for season 4, and Michael Pena, who we love, is joining the cast. I think he'll be a great addition to that cast. And Jack Ryan is one of the most watched shows on Amazon. It's definitely one of their most valuable properties, and people really love it. And I think they did improve on the second and third season from the first season, which was a little mixed. So it's definitely looking forward to Michael Pena joining Krasinski.
Michael Pena, top 10 character of the MCU. In my opinion.
Absolutely.
So goddamn funny.
He's
Every
great.
scene he's in. You season 3 just began filming. Is it released yet?
No, season 4 is been announced, and season 3 is coming out.
Okay, season 3 is
Right
coming
now.
out. So
Yeah.
ladies, this is for you.
It comes out next week, I believe.
Yeah, you're right. And so
The girls are very excited for it.
Enjoy this because everyone thought the show was going to be canceled forever because of what's his name, the comedian, D'Elia,
Yeah.
and his perverted stuff.
Yeah, but he was just a supporting actor in one of the seasons.
But was he like a recurring character that they could have?
No, just in the last season.
I think they maybe just thought it hurt the property, so
Yeah.
they canceled it for a little bit.
The girls don't care. This
girls-
is people
Beloved
obsess
show.
over that show.
Yeah,
they
you're right.
obsess over it.
All right. Next up, we have the first image from Love and Death, which is starring Elizabeth Olsen as axe murderer Candy Montgomery. I love it. I love Elizabeth Olsen because she's in so a bunch of great movies and roles before she was in the Avengers and everything in Scarlet Witch. And to see her go back and do some crazy stuff like playing an axe murderer while she's basically the lead of the MCU at the moment, probably the most powerful being, you could argue, and maybe the most important character going forward in Scarlet Witch, just to do an axe murder movie, I love it. Let's go.
Yeah, she's extremely talented, and she gets to do a lot as Wanda, but she has a lot more range than I think that she's pretty limitless with her talent. And so I just love seeing her in non-Marvel movies where she can really stretch her wings. And I think that this is a true story as well. Sounds very fascinating about a woman whose husband had an affair with her friend, and then she killed her friend with an axe.
It's crazy.
It's wild.
But I love the aspect where I'm sure Marvel's like, you're really going to do an axe murder movie? Yeah, that would be great for our brand of Scarlet Witch and Wanda. Okay, sure. But she's like, I don't give a F. I'm doing it.
Yeah, the kids aren't going to see this movie, though.
But still, they'll see the trailers.
Yeah.
And then the final bit of news, new Hawkeye trailer reveals Disney Plus series will debut with the first 2 episodes in November. So this is like right around the corner in a month and a week or two. So it's pretty soon for new Hawkeye stuff. So if you're excited for that, you should get excited.
Perfect timing for when What If ends.
Yeah.
It's like
I mean, that's what we mean. It's never going to end.
Yeah, Marvel's always got something to watch.
It's very clever. Yeah, very clever. All right, that wraps movie news number 20. Get excited for this week. We have a ton of content coming out. We had an awesome secret experience last night that we'll be talking about on Tuesday in a bonus episode. So we'll just tease
has
that.
something to do with Dune.
Something to do with Dune. It's pretty cool.
Let's just say it. We're doing a Dune review. Comes out on Tuesday.
It's going to be sponsored by IMAX. So
Yeah.
now we're partnering up officially with IMAX, which is pretty cool. So they'll be sponsoring that episode on Tuesday. And we went to a very special screening last night. Very exclusive stuff. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
And you're going to like the review. And if you got to see this movie in IMAX. But we'll talk about it on Tuesday. You'll see.
Yes, sir. All right.
Bye, everyone.
Have a great rest of your Sunday. Stay tuned for all these awesome episodes.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Raiders of the Lost podcast. Be sure to subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button, leave a comment. Find us on all audio streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Raiders of the Lost podcast. Be sure to check out one of these other videos right here for more content on our favorite films and breaking down all kinds of movie content. Thanks so much.